I didn't know I was making this until I was in London for the premiere of the last Hobbit movie, so it was about 2013, I think. And I got an invitation to come in to the Imperial War Museum, and they said to me that they wanted a documentary made for the end of the First World War, for the armistice centenary. So that was 2000. This is just, it was a few weeks ago, 2018, November. At the time, it seemed like a long way away. It was like 5 years in the future. And they said, "Would I be interested?" And I said, "Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. What do you want?" And they said, "Well, it can be anything you want it to be." Okay. But the only condition they put on it was that it had to be 100% use of their film footage, original First World War footage. It wasn't going to be any reconstructions or creations or colour modern sort of footage. It was all to be original footage. And I said, "That's fine, that's good." And they said it would be great to use our archive, but use it in a fresh and original way. So fresh and original, 100 years old. How do you make something fresh and original? It sort of threw me a little bit, and I couldn't figure out what we could do. And so I said, "Just let me have a think about it." I went back to New Zealand, and then I started to wonder what we could do with restoring the old footage. Right. And using all the computers that we have today. I mean, people have been restoring film obviously for decades, but can we really make this footage look like it's brand new if we put all the computer firepower that we have at our disposal just on that task? Because the computers are all used for CGI effects in modern films, but I think what can they do with old film? You're basically repairing damage that's 100 years worth of damage. That's what you're essentially doing. Sometimes the film that they have in their archive has been duped 3 or 4 times. It's not even the original film anymore. It's scratched, it's broken, it's spliced, 100 years of sort of abuse. So we worked through a program of taking each of those faults and figuring out a way to fix that particular fault. There's not one thing that does there's all just a whole lot of individual bits of software, and we had to develop code and write code for it and everything. Anyway, it came out at the other end after 3 or 4 months of experiment, and I was absolutely amazed at the results. I couldn't believe it. I've seen this footage in documentaries. We all know what 100-year-old footage is like, and I was just seeing something that looked like it was shot now. I just could not believe it. I was so amazed.
I was 16 years old, and my father allowed me to go.
I was just turned 17 at the time.
I was 16. I was 15 years.
The one thing that the restoration does is the humanity of the men. They come to life again. They're not hidden behind all this technological sort of fuzz, that we imagine. They're suddenly real people, and I thought, well, that was my first clue actually about what the film could be about. If we're bringing these guys back to life because of the restoration we're doing, we should get them to tell their story. Right. That's all it should be. Simple.
Boys, here it comes. We're in the pictures.
I gave every part of my youth to do a job.
And so the film sort of made its own, it shaped itself. I listened to 600 hours of people. I didn't know what the film was, but I just listened to their stories, to them talking, and it just became clear that it was really just their human experience, not strategy, tactics, not politics, not the reasons why the war happened. I mean, there's other documentaries that do that. There's lots of books written by historians. You can find all that stuff out. But what was clear to me is these guys, they were there. They ate food, they talked about the rats and the lice and just how they slept and the shellfire. Let's just make it their story.
There was a job to be done, and you just got on and did it.